The history of the pre-Adamites. According to Sigmund, this pre-Adamite group had apparently arrived here from another planet in our solar system that was no longer hospitable. They arrived here approximately 55,000 to 65,000 years ago and began to create hybrids of their species and the developing human population. This fit beautifully with what Gonzalez and others had already disclosed, which in turn became the central narrative of the second half of David's The Ascension Mysteries. What we now see as Antarctica was the seemingly mythical lost island of Atlantis. The Buwachi map from 1754 depicts accurate subglacial topography of Antarctica. No one in modern times even saw the continent itself until 1820. Insiders tell us the Buwachi, Orontius, Phineas, and other maps were copied over from ancient scrolls in the Vatican Library. The Earth shifted on its rotational axis, perhaps due to a nuclear war, and the water that inundated the continent quickly flash froze into a gigantic ice shelf. Sigmund stated that the hybrid survivors of this catastrophe, who were living on other continents at the time of the Great Flood, completely lost access to their ancient cities for over 10,000 years. These beings then began to breed with the human populations in the regions they were stationed in at the time of the disaster. One major faction of pre-Adamites was constrained to the Americas, while the others survived in Europe, Africa, and Asia. Tompkins, Aldrin, the Draco, and Antarctica. The 29 embedded German spies Tompkins interviewed during World War II confirmed the Nazis were working with a violent, aggressive reptilian race. This group is humanoid, but with reptilian features. They have been called the Saurians or the Draco, and pose the biggest problem for everyone in our region of the galaxy. Surprisingly, the Draco have a central base of operations in our solar system, including huge under-ice facilities in Antarctica. This makes Buzz Aldrin's latest alleged tweet extremely interesting. We do now know that this tweet was disinformation, but the contents are still important to analyze. We can prove that he had just visited Antarctica while wearing a shirt encouraging us to get to Mars ASAP. We did hear that he was there to tour the pre-Adamite ruins that are now on the verge of being disclosed to us as part of this transition plan. Aldrin fell ill and had to be returned home. The disinfo begins with him allegedly tweeting a pic of an alleged Antarctic pyramid with the words, "We are all in danger. It is evil itself." If this had actually been real and not another internet hoax, it strongly suggested that he was briefed on the existence of the Draco, perhaps off the record, and it nearly gave him a heart attack. Excavation has finally been allowed. My contacts in the SSP Alliance revealed that the Draco have finally allowed the U.S. to excavate new pre-Adamite archaeological sites under the Antarctic ice. They have also granted permission for the small number of surviving pre-Adamites to access these areas once again. These pre-Adamite people look and sound just like us, except that they have elongated skulls that they must keep hidden if they are ever seen in public. David asked me how many of these people still live on Earth. As of now, I do not have any clear intel on their numbers, but it is likely in the thousands, if not more. The amount of ancient technology and information that has been found preserved in huge libraries under the Antarctic ice is staggering.